Fashion and jewelry brand founders, this video is on the strategy to never have sales plateaus or declines ever again and make the sales you know you should be making. Two common problems that plague many fashion and jewelry brand founders are: one, their sales are declining every month or every year. Because of this, they feel they have to start downsizing and cutting back, and this can be especially difficult if they have good staff. Two, their sales are plateaued or really slow. They have great repeat business, but for some reason, they see little to no growth in their sales or their customer base. Many brands have these two problems even though they're spending money on ads and even though they have been in business for a long time. They feel they should be making more money in sales for the amount of time they've been in business. And I will share in this video the two underlying reasons why these problems occur in the first place and what we do to solve these problems for fashion and jewelry brands for good so they always see profitable growth every month and their customer base expanding. Maybe you are experiencing these problems too. If so, this video can help you solve them. I'm Brandon, one of the co-founders of Digiceptual. We specialize in scaling fashion and jewelry brands with ads. Here are some of the fashion brands we work with: Nana Jacqueline, Nonchalant Label, New York Dress, JMP The Label, Stone Fox Swim, Hell Babes, and many more. Here are some jewelry brands we work with: Elizabeth Cole Jewelry, De Marson, Deepak Gurnani, Misha Hawaii, and many more. And over 17 fashion and jewelry brand founders like you made video testimonials on the results and experience working with us. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the video description. If you're watching this on Instagram, it's in the link in bio, so you can check it out after. This is so you know the strategy I'm about to share with you actually works. First, I will cover the two main reasons why this problem occurs. The first reason is because of the 2020 to 2021 online sales boom. During this period, people are stuck at their homes with nothing to do. So all they do is go on their phones and shop. To add fuel to the fire, people received the stimulus checks from the government, which further increased their appetite for spending. iOS 14 wasn't introduced yet, so meta ads were easy, quote unquote. As a result, a bunch of money just flooded into the market. The rising tides raises all boats. So many brands naturally grew because of this, not necessarily because of a good strategy. This could give a false bias that the brand was 100% responsible for their growth and the strategy was good, quote unquote, when in reality, the main reason why they actually grew is because of the market conditions itself. This is true because once the market started correcting itself, many brands started struggling. Inflation rapidly climbed as a result of things like stimulus checks, so the government had to raise interest rates. This means consumers aren't mindlessly spending as much as they were before. All that easy money, quote unquote, is gone. iOS 14 was introduced and exposed that most ad strategies actually don't work, or they're just one-trick ponies and gimmicks. On top of that, many brands incurred unnecessary expenses because they thought things would only keep going up. So naturally, many brands will experience a decline in sales because, again, they grew mainly due to the market conditions, not their strategy. Now, the second reason why their sales plateau or decline is because most of their ads are retargeting or existing customers and audiences. They, or whoever is running their ads, are over-relying on retargeting and remarketing and not expanding enough to new audiences. There's only a limited amount of existing customers and existing audience a brand has. So that means the amount of sales they can make from them is also a limited amount. Consumers don't have unlimited funds to spend every month because almost all rely on paychecks and they have to also spend on needs like rent, food, gas, etc. So if a brand is over-relying on retargeting ads, plus using email and SMS to get sales from existing customers and existing audiences, those sales will dry up very quickly and ad spend is wasted. Let's also quickly look at it from a product perspective. If ads are over-relying on retargeting on top of email and SMS, the brand has to constantly release new products so that existing customers and existing audiences will buy. Otherwise, sales will tank because most of them have already bought all the other products the brand has. This puts the brand on a risky hamster wheel of constantly needing to release new products just to prevent sales from tanking. So what exactly do we do to solve these problems for fashion and jewelry brands for good so that their sales grow profitably every single month and that their customer base is always expanding? We use the 96% top of funnel TOF ad strategy. 96% of our ad spend target new audiences and get new customers at TOF. In marketing, there are three parts of a funnel: top, middle, bottom. Most brands' ad campaigns are at the middle and bottom of funnel, which is retargeting, which is why growth is limited, and therefore sales plateau or decline because their existing customer and existing audience size is limited. But the size of new audiences is unlimited, which means growth is unlimited. The reason why is because there's always more people who don't know the brand yet compared to those who do. So sales will always grow by getting new customers from ads every day. Now, as a result of new customers coming in every day, the brand's existing customer base and existing audience also grows, which means, which means the brand's sales will grow even more because now they can make more sales with email and SMS. The only way to make more sales from existing customers and existing audiences without fatiguing them is by getting new customers. Let's also quickly look at it from a product perspective again, but this time through the lens of the 96% TOF strategy. Since new audiences don't know the brand yet, this means they have never bought from the brand before. So the brand can just advertise existing products they already have to get new customers. The products can be years old, but it doesn't matter because from the new audience's perspective, everything is perceived as new. The existing products we use to advertise are the best sellers because of one simple reason. They already have proven demand in the market, which is why they are best sellers in the first place. So if most people are buying the best sellers, that means more people will buy them if they see it via ads. Now, the brand isn't stuck on the hamster wheel of constantly risking cash flow to release new products and collections just to get sales. That is exhausting and not scalable. They can simply buy and hold inventory of their best sellers because they know it will sell. Again, there's always more people who don't know about the brand than those who do. So that means there's always new people who will buy. On average, our clients have 80% of their inventory always in bestsellers and sleep well at night because they know it will sell and not restrict cash flow. What about retargeting ads? We don't completely neglect it, which is why we spend 4% on retargeting. However, that isn't the main focus of the ads, so that's why we spend extremely little on it. I will share what retargeting we do after the TOF campaigns below. So here's what we do with the ad campaigns. Creative testing. We test 15 ads per week minimum in manual campaigns where we have the most control, known as ABO campaigns. The reason we test manually is so we know what ad angles work, what doesn't work, and most importantly, why it works. This way, we can give the brand creative direction on exactly how to make more creatives that work, so we're simply replicating success. At this point, we know what works and what doesn't work within every market and fashion, whether it's swimwear, women's clothing, footwear, bags, etc. But there's always differences in each brand, which is why we always test. Within 1 week or less, we know which ads are winners to scale and which ones aren't. It doesn't take 3 months to test. That's an excuse people who don't know what they're doing say just to leech off a brand's money. We don't test in CBO or advantage shopping campaigns known as ASC because Meta has the most control over it. To test properly, we have to have the most control of the campaigns because we want to understand why ads work or don't work. What I see from brands before working with us is that their testing campaigns, quote unquote, are all CBO and ASC, are almost all CBO and ASC campaigns, sometimes even all. Meaning, whoever is just running their ads is just adding creatives into the campaigns and just turning them on and off if the ad performs or not. However, they can't proactively give the brand feedback as to why ads work and why they don't. That's not testing. That's just throwing shit on the wall and hoping something sticks. Now, the key with testing is having a variety of winning ads at scale. That means winning image ads, video ads, carousel ads, GIF ads, etc. The reason why this is key is that different people buy from different types of ads. So by understanding what works and why, we can have a variety of winning ads to scale at scale to cover all the types of buyers in the market. Now for scaling, we use a mix of CBO and ASC campaigns. CBO and ASC campaigns are good for scaling because at this point, we understand what ads work and why from testing, so we can let Meta have more control. In CBO campaigns, each ad set in the campaign has 3 winning ads, and we found this to be best. For ASC campaigns, some campaigns drive traffic to the website, some drive traffic directly to the Instagram shop. Now, audience exclusions. Many brands assume their TOF campaigns are going after new audiences when in fact they are not. This is especially true if they're using a lot or all ASC campaigns. Their TOF campaigns, quote unquote, are actually just retargeting campaigns in disguise because they aren't excluding their existing customers and audiences in the campaigns. These are common signs that this is happening. The platform is attributing almost all the sales in Shopify as theirs. You have a good ROAS, but the sales are plateauing or declining, or they analyze their P&L and realize after ad spend, agency fees, and everything else, they're left with almost no profit. These are the core audiences we exclude. All existing customers lifetime, which is what we call exclude this. All email subscribers lifetime, which is exclude this V2. Anyone who visited the website in the past 180 days. Anyone who engaged the Instagram or the page in the past 180 days. So retargeting. For MOF, we use one ABO campaign with 3 ad sets. People who viewed the website in the past 180 days, people who engaged on Facebook in the past year, and people who engaged on Instagram in the past year. The audience we exclude here are people who bought either in the last 30, 60, or 90 days. It depends on the time it takes between the first order and the second order for the brand. This way, new customers who just bought aren't spammed by retargeting ads at MOF right after they buy. For BOF, we use one ABO campaign to retarget people who add to cart but didn't buy yet. The ads we use for BOF are DPA and customer review ads. Lastly, we have one ABO campaign that advertises restocks or new collection releases. Landing page. We send new traffic to these 3 landing pages, either new arrivals, bestsellers, or the homepage. These are the 3 landing pages that convert new customers at scale. It sounds counterintuitive because many brands may think it makes sense to send people to a specific product page depending on the ad. But from extensive testing and results, the 3 landing pages above convert the best. With the landing page staying the same across all the ads, we focus our attention on testing creatives and driving more traffic, not constantly testing landing pages. Creatives. We use simple videos and images that clearly show the product. Most of the creatives are the best sellers because they already have existing demand. We use a mix of product-only creatives, product on a model in the studio, and lifestyle. Here are some examples. For example, here's one. Very simple, very simple, very simple. Here's another one. There's no sound. No music. Here are some image examples, right? Product. Why we use these creatives? They scale the longest, months. I'm talking months to even years. They are efficient to make, which means we can rapidly test and find winners. New audiences make split decisions. Either they want it or they don't, which is why we use creatives of bestsellers because we know people already want the products. If they want it, they'll simply click and buy. They don't need a top 5 reasons why you should buy this ad. That is why we don't use UGC or ads with salesy scripts at all. So with the 96% TOF strategy, sending new traffic to either the homepage, bestseller page, or new arrivals page, and using simple creatives, brands will never have sales plateaus or declines ever again, and they will make the sales they know they should be making. Their sales will grow profitably from new customers buying, and as a result, their existing customer and audience base will also grow, and therefore their sales will also grow profitably from it. That is what we solve and deliver for over 15 fashion and jewelry brands, as you can see them again here, and how we have over 17 testimonials from them on their results and experience working with us. If perhaps you are in a similar situation and it's a priority for you to solve it now so you can get similar results, you can book a time with me now by clicking the link in bio on Instagram or in the video description below if you're watching this on YouTube. You'll speak to me personally. The point of the call is for me to understand your brand quickly, to understand your brand and quickly determine if we can help. If so, I'll tailor the 96% TOF strategy to your situation so you understand what we'll do, and I'll lay out all the details of how we work. Then if it's good with you, we can get started. If you feel like you need to do more research first, our Instagram and YouTube have plenty of case studies and more content on our approach. And you can review all the testimonials again in the link in bio or the video description on YouTube. Then if you're still up for working with us and you're interested, you can book a time with me. But if it's actually a priority for you right now, you can just book a time with me now again by clicking the link in bio on Instagram if you're watching this on Instagram, or clicking the booking link in the video description on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, and I'll speak to you then.